Good morning and welcome to 755 Live, about 5 minutes of what Jesus said. And you can find these commands of Jesus at our weekday Bible plan at bible.today.church. Some helpful resources there as we read the Bible together to do what Jesus commanded us to do, which was to go make disciples by teaching them to obey all the things that I have commanded you. Good morning, Susie. Thank you for checking in. By the way, it really helps a lot if this is meaningful to you, if you like it, if you share it, if these 755 Live segments are meaningful. It just helps us get the word out. If you like, share, comment, let us know that you are here. Today's Jesus said, visit prisoners. This comes from Matthew 25. We're going to read verse 35 and 36. Actually, we're going to read through verse 40, but I just want to start with 35 and 36. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I was naked, and you gave me clothing. I was sick, and you took care of me. I was in prison, and you visited me. This is Jesus giving a story, a parable about what the judgment at the end of all things is going to look like. And he said that the king would separate people based on how they treated others. And really the part that is so intriguing to me is that Jesus said that if you've done it for the least of these, you have done it unto me. I mean, here in what we just read, this is Jesus saying, I was hungry, I was thirsty, I was a stranger, I was without clothing, I was sick, I was in prison, and you visited me. He said, if you've done it for the least of these, you've done it unto me. And if you've not done it for the least of these, you've not done it for me. I wonder if we knew that Jesus was going to show up today at Ironworks Coffee at 9 a.m., how many people would be standing in line to see him? It would be pretty crazy if we knew Jesus was going to be here. Well, Jesus said he is here. He's here among the hungry, among the broken, the hurting, and even among prisoners. And what did he say to do? Visit prisoners. Well, this fits right in line with what Jesus said that he came to do. In Luke 4:16, as he began his ministry, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up to read from the scroll. And he picked a reading from the prophet Isaiah, verse 18 of Luke 4. He read, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim release to the captives and the regaining of sight to the blind, to set free those who are oppressed, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. And then he rolled up the scroll, verse 25, and gave it back to the attendant, sat down. And then everybody looked at him. It says the eyes of everyone in the synagogue were fixed on him. And he began to tell them, today, this scripture has been fulfilled even as you have heard it being read. What does that mean? Well, it's really a challenge because we're more concerned about our own needs. But Jesus said that our focus should be on the needs of others. And he says when we focus on that, we're actually not even focusing on others. We're focusing on Jesus. Visiting prisoners is something that Jesus told us to do. And it's not just a suggestion. It's something that we're going to have to answer for at the end of all things. And going back to Matthew 25, verse 37, then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or naked and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and visit you? And the king will answer them, I tell you the truth, just as you did it for one of the least of these brothers or sisters of mine, you did it for me. Do we see Jesus? Are we looking for him among the needy? If Jesus said, visit prisoners, shouldn't we actually do that? If Jesus said, feed the hungry, if Jesus said, if you've done it for the least of these, you've done it unto me, shouldn't we be looking for opportunities to serve and help Jesus? That's what he said. Jesus said, visit prisoners. How can we put that into action today?